Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Got some big news coming out of Wall Street Journal today. We're going to be going over that. We're going to be talking about oil, gold, indices, and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm going to share the screen. Here we go. We're going to start off with CNBC, just give you a little market report. And I'm putting this video up right away as fast as I can. So as we see today, oil down almost 6%. And the headline is oil drops again, now more than 27% below recent high. Now, if you remember about a week and a half ago, I talked about this. I said, I'm preparing for a pullback in oil. I had purchased that stock Lukoil, which that's a whole nother story right now, which is pretty scary if you think about it, you know, as it gets smashed to oblivion because trading is halted and you are not allowed to buy it or sell it or all this great stuff. I got word from a subscriber of mine down at the Dallas event that he had gotten a letter from his brokerage, and I'm blanking on the name of the brokerage. I don't even want to speculate on which one it was, but they said that they're planning on a forced liquidation of it. So now it's, you know, you don't live in America, home of the free anymore. You live in, you can only do what we tell you to do. And that's absolutely blowing my mind. And at the end, I want to try and, if I can remember, talk about the Congress giving themselves a pay raise. No, I mean, let's just talk about that right now. Congress just voted to give themselves a pay raise. It's like 22%. And the last time I checked, the DoD, the largest employer on earth, just received a 2% raise. So at least Congress is staying 10 times higher than that. So with their pay raises, that is absolutely unbelievable. And they can still trade on stocks, buy stocks, sell stocks based off of what they're voting that will drastically affect those companies. Guys, this world is getting nuts. That is the truth. And you have to protect yourself right now. So I said that oil was going to be going down. In my prediction is going to be doing a pullback, but that was not the end. And a lot of people are seeing this. The headlines are saying gas is going to come down, oil is coming down, everything's sort of behind us, that feeling, but it's not. This is just normal selling and rebalancing of positions by these huge funds. Now, if you look at gold's another story. People are going, well, gold's down to 1927, where it was hitting $2,000 the other day, you know, about a week ago. Again, a normal pullback. However, like the story I did just recently, and I'll try and link it right after this video, you saw AMC, a theater company, investing in a gold and mining company out of Nevada. They bought 22% of the shares. Absolutely incredible. And that's the world. It knows what's going on, and they're moving to hard assets. So this is a simple sell-off. This is a pullback. This is a healthy pullback in my non-professional advice, because I'm not a trader. I'm not a, financial advisor, because you got to go to, like, I don't know, 100 hours of class for that. You don't even have to be able to balance your checkbook for that. But anyway, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take any of this as financial advice, right? But look at the bonds. Bonds are coming back down too, right? And then you look at the markets, and right now we're up. All of the indices are up. NASDAQ up 2.25%. S&P up over 1%, almost up 2%. Dow Jones up 1.5%, right? So by and large, this is a great day. Well, look at what's happening now behind the scenes, and this is catastrophic. Saudi Arabia considers accepting yuan instead of dollars for Chinese oil sales. Now, I will tell you this, they're not considering, they're going to do it. I want to make that extremely clear. This is just hey, let's let the world down easy so that the dollar doesn't crash too hard. You know, Jerome Powell came out a couple of weeks back and said that he sees a day where it's almost like it's time for more currencies to be part of the world reserve currency. The dollar is not going to be the only one. This is coming apart fast, and I want people to be ready for this. And how do you get ready? You're going to need to buy food, because we're going to go into a food shortage like you wouldn't believe. You need to keep a clear mind so you don't get into crazy debt. They are planning on raising interest rates. They know it's going to crash the markets. They're going to do it anyway, because they know, by and large, 99% of this world is not prepared for it, and they will be victims to it. But Ninja Nation, those of you that have subscribed to this channel and other channels out there's all kinds of great channels out on YouTube about these issues. You are going to be part of the 1%. I know it sounds crazy, but you are. We're going to raise up 1 million people. They're going to make $1 million. They're going to crush it in this next market turn, going from equities to commodities as currencies collapse. As you see things like this, they're going to happen. Saudi Arabia has already inked a deal with Russia. Now they're going to Chinese. And remember, I told you the world is splitting into two economies, Russia and China leading the BRICS nations, which is a lot more than just, Brazil, India, the BRICS nations. There's a lot more tied onto them, and they are against America, Canada, and Europe. And Europe, I think you're going to see a fracturing in the Eurozone. Some of these countries are going to end up going over to this side. I really do believe so. And I believe it's the energy crisis that is going to lead it. So anyway, just a couple little quick things, because I don't have the Wall Street Journal subscription. It says Saudi Arabia is in active talks with Beijing to price some of its oil sales in China to China in yuan. Now, when it says price some of its oil sales, it's because it still sells oil to the US and to other countries that use dollars. Okay. So they are going to diversify out of the US dollar. That means the US dollar is going to be less and less valuable because it is less and less needed. Now, right here, it said a move that would dent the US dollar's dominance of the global petroleum market and mark another shift by the world's top crude supporter toward Asia. I want you to understand this, because there are people that are going, Ninja, this scares me. And I go, then you have no idea of the potential. It should scare you. And I honestly use fear as the greatest motivator to get up and do things. Fear is what motivates us to do anything and everything. I need to do a video on that. Use this as inspiration and encouragement. The economy is collapsing in the US, and the US economy, when it collapses, but first I believe Europe's going to go, and I believe we have about 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops after Europe's economy collapses that ours is, because the contagion will be so rapid, so fast, because we are so tied to Europe. The dollar euro trade is so valuable, so important. It's such an important metric because our two currencies are so tied together, because for the last 12 years at least, the Federal Reserve and the ECB have been hiding a lot of issues in our two economies by doing swaps, currency swaps, debt swaps. We need to realize you are literally in a world where you are robbing from Peter to pay Paul and vice versa. Okay, so this should be your clarion call. Stock up on food. Get out of the US dollar. Like, does that mean buy gold, buy silver? If you've got a lot of money, I've got links to multiple vaulting companies so that you can store your wealth safely. Diversify those things. We're going to be talking about vaulting gold and silver here pretty soon, because people like myself, we have to, because you get to a point where like, well, it's too much to hold on to in your house. And then, just quite frankly, a lot of people don't understand that there are people that have a lot of money and they've got to put it somewhere, and they're not going to put it under their mattress. They're not going to put it on their house. And so just like the wealthy do, they vault it. And so I've got a couple links to that, so you guys can check those out. I've already been in talks with the companies, getting to know them. I like who's invested in the companies, and these are people that don't want to be wrong. They didn't become this big by being wrong and being stolen from. So I'll put those in the comment section below. But this is a big deal, guys. Oil is not going down. This is a slight reprieve on the way up to probably $200 barrel of oil. I thought that we would have hit 100 by the end of fall at least, and I was wrong. It took this long. I was actually really, really surprised. But guys, this is not the end of it. So keep your guard up. Ninja Nation is strong because you're prepared and not scared. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone being here, all the thumbs up. Thank you so much for the show of support. The Economic Ninja is out.